Deep within the sands of Upper Egypt, far from the bustling crowds of modern Luxor and the pyramids of Giza, lies a temple shrouded in mystery and unparalleled beauty. This isn't just a monument of stone and paint, it's a gateway, a portal between worlds, meticulously crafted to honor the gods and secure a path to eternity. Today, we journey to the Temple of Abydos, Seti I's magnificent offering to the cosmos, and explore why it stands as one of ancient Egypt's most sacred and enigmatic sites. Abydos was already ancient when Seti I began his project. For millennia, it was revered as the burial place of Osiris, the god of the afterlife, resurrection, and fertility. To be buried at Abydos, or to have a cenotaph there, was the ultimate dream for any Egyptian, from the commoner to the pharaoh. It was a direct connection to the divine, a promise that death was not an end, but a transition. When Seti I, a pharaoh of the illustrious 19th dynasty and father of the great Ramesses II, decided to build his mortuary temple here, he wasn't just erecting another grand structure. He was plugging his legacy directly into the spiritual heart of the entire civilization. His goal was not personal glory, but something far more profound: to restore order, honor the divine lineage of kings, and create a perpetual machine of ritual that would sustain the very fabric of the universe. As we step through the massive pylons, what immediately strikes you is the quality. The art here is not just decoration, it's a testament to the pinnacle of New Kingdom craftsmanship. The sunken reliefs are carved with a precision and delicacy that feel almost alive. Unlike the bolder, more propagandistic carvings of his son, Ramesses the Great, Seti's reliefs are subtle, elegant, and deeply spiritual. The figures of gods and the pharaoh seem to float on the stone, their forms rendered with an almost photographic accuracy. Every muscle, every fold of linen, every intricate hieroglyph is a masterpiece. And the colors, after more than 3,000 years, the colors inside are breathtakingly vibrant. The lapis lazuli blues, the earthy reds, the brilliant whites, it's as if the painters just packed up their tools yesterday. This wasn't just meant to be seen by mortal eyes, it was designed to please the gods themselves, the permanent and changing offering in a world of chaos. Walking deeper into the temple, we enter the first hypostyle hall. The sheer scale is humbling. Giant papyrus bundle columns soar towards the heavens, their capitals still bearing traces of their original, brilliant paint. But this hall was just a prelude. The second hypostyle hall is where the temple's unique purpose truly begins to unfold. It acts as a grand vestibule, leading not to a single sanctuary, as in most temples, but to 7 separate chapels, ranged side by side. This design is unique in all of Egypt. Each chapel is dedicated to a specific deity, the deified Seti I himself, then Ta the creator god, Ra-Horakhti the sun god, Amun-Ra the king of gods, and finally, the 3 gods of the Abydos triad: Osiris, Isis, and their son, Horus. It was here that daily rituals would have been performed in a symphony of divine worship, ensuring the favor of each god and the stability of the kingdom. You can almost hear the soft chants of the priests and smell the incense that would have filled these sacred spaces. But Abydos holds a treasure that has rewritten history books. As we move from the second hypostyle hall into a connecting corridor, we find ourselves in front of one of the most important inscriptions ever discovered in Egypt, the Abydos King List. Carved into the wall is a long, detailed list of 76 pharaohs who ruled Egypt before Seti I. It begins with Menes, or Narmer, the legendary unifier of Upper and Lower Egypt, and proceeds chronologically through the great rulers of the Old, Middle, and New Kingdoms. Here, we see Seti I, accompanied by a young Prince Ramesses, making offerings to their royal ancestors. It's a powerful statement of legitimacy. Seti is positioning himself not as a mere ruler, but as the rightful heir to a divine chain of kingship stretching back to the dawn of time. Walking along this wall is like walking through the royal bloodline of Egypt itself. However, the list is as famous for who it includes as for who it omits. Politically inconvenient rulers were simply erased from history. The female pharaoh Hatshepsut gone. The controversial heretic king Akhenaten and his successors, including Tutankhamun, wiped from the official record. For Seti, these rulers broke the sacred order, or Mat, and their reigns were deemed illegitimate, a historical blip that had to be corrected. The Abydos King List isn't just a list of names, it's a carefully curated piece of political and religious propaganda, a definitive statement on who belonged to the sacred story of Egypt and who did not. It was this list that allowed early Egyptologists to piece together the timeline of the pharaohs, making it an invaluable key to understanding the chronology of this ancient civilization. It's a true Rosetta Stone for the royal dynasties. But the greatest mystery of Abydos lies not within the main temple, but behind it, and deep underground. Here, we find a structure so strange, so otherworldly, that it continues to baffle archaeologists and fuel countless theories. This is the Osireion. Discovered by archaeologists Flinders Petrie and Margaret Murray in the early 20th century, the Osireion is a subterranean temple dedicated to Osiris, built to resemble the primeval mound of creation rising from the waters of chaos. It's constructed from massive granite blocks, some weighing up to 100 tons, fitted together with a precision that rivals the Great Pyramids. The architectural style is completely different from Seti's temple above it. It's stark, megalithic, and reminiscent of the Old Kingdom, leading many to believe that it's far, far older than Seti I. The central feature of the Osireion is an artificial island surrounded by a channel of water, which is fed by the natural underground water table. On this island, massive granite pillars once supported a roof that is now long gone. The entire structure was designed to be a symbolic tomb for Osiris. The water represents the primordial ocean, none from which all life emerged. The island is the first land, the bend stone of creation. To be here is to be at the mythological center of the universe, at the very point of creation, death, and rebirth. It's an architectural manifestation of the Egyptian creation myth, a place of immense spiritual power. The atmosphere here is heavy, silent, and deeply profound. Flooded with still, dark water and home to strange, almost geometric flower of life patterns carved into its granite pillars, this Osireion feels like a structure from another time. Or perhaps even another world. The question that has fascinated researchers for over a century is this: did Seti I build the Osireion? Or did he discover an ancient structure already there and build his temple next to it to harness its power? The masonry and style are so different from his temple that many experts argue it must predate him, perhaps by 1,000 years or more. Some theories suggest it was built by a 4th dynasty pharaoh, while more fringe ideas propose it's a remnant of a much older, forgotten civilization. Perhaps Seti, in his wisdom, recognized the sanctity of this ancient place and chose to build his own temple as a monument to its enduring power, linking his own name with the deep, primordial magic of the Osireion. The truth is, we still don't know. The Osireion remains one of Egypt's most compelling enigmas, a puzzle of engineering and fate that we are still trying to solve. From its vibrant, living reliefs to the profound historical record of the King List, and the deep, watery mystery of the Osireion, the Temple of Abydos is more than just a tourist destination. It is a journey into the Egyptian soul. It reveals a worldview where art, religion, and politics were inseparable, and where the pharaoh's duty was not just to rule the living, but to maintain the cosmic order for all eternity. Seti I may have ruled for a relatively short time, but his legacy at Abydos is timeless. He created a portal, a sacred space where the veil between our world and the world of the gods feels impossibly thin. Standing here, you can almost feel the echoes of ancient rituals and the watchful eyes of the gods, as if Seti's eternal offering continues to resonate through the millennia. Thank you for joining us on this journey to the heart of ancient Egypt. If you've been captivated by the mysteries of Abydos, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the ancient world. Let us know in the comments what you find most fascinating about Seti's temple or the Osireion. Until next time, keep exploring.